After Dog vs Tristop, we had O making his season debut against Dog and Tristop. Unfortunately for O, a combination of early top outs and suffer games forced him to lose both sets to a sweep and was not able to get any points in the 2 matches that were played that night. However, Dog ended the night with a 3-0 match record and 19 points, while Tristop will end the night with a 1-1 match record and 7 points.
At this point, Myles is currently 1-1. Myles currently has a 4-3 game record. That means Myles has a +1 differential and 8 overall points. So being able to defeat Andy here, who's leading the division, is going to go a long way for Myles to be able to, 1, avoid relegation, and 2, later in the season, be able to try and challenge for that title. Because there are still a lot more Tetris left to be played in this division. We got both players ready right now. So with that being said, let's get game number 1 on the run, ladies and gentlemen. And it is going to be coming to you live in 3, 2, 1, Tetris! And a reminder to all of our players as well, we have a match arena for the season that's continuing to be built up. We got a lot of money in there so far, ladies and gentlemen. $635. Every dollar that's going to be coming into this is going to be going to the winners of Division 1. So anything that you all want to contribute, we would love every single dollar of contribution to make this a big, big prize pool. There are also some sponsor quests still available if any players want to take those on. And also, we welcome any subs or any bits to this channel as well, if anybody's generous and wants to contribute that. Oh, Myles is going for a center well dirty to start this off here. Gets that center well dirty, goes to 51,000. Andy currently 71,000. Both players looking pretty good in the early goings. Still in a little bit of a slight dig is Myles. Myles should be able to open it up with a few more pieces, though. Just needs a J or a long bar. Gets the long bar. Throwing everything over to the left, just getting bursted a little bit here. So not really much Myles can do, but Myles handling it well. Gets a Tetris, goes to 84,000. Andy, however, at 142. Andy playing very, very efficient right now. Only 35 lines as well. About a quarter of the way through pre-transition play as both players. Tetris Myles goes to 109. That would be interesting. Go into Video Game Bros' house and play the match there. I love that. That reminds me a little bit of when AV Geek and Sasha were both doing matches at the same house not too long ago. Myles still playing a little bit higher up the board than probably comfortable with. Gets a good spin to be able to bring it down. Wisely does not go for a dirty Tetris in the center there. But still not really getting a whole lot of super good pieces to bring this down. This has allowed Andy to really open this up. Uh-oh, Myles getting a little bit of a dangerous spire in the middle. Gets one long bar to bring it down. Only going to be a double, though. Playing some 18-4 as Myles. Myles, luckily, is enough of a height that Myles should be able to get it down. But Andy has opened up a 125,000-point lead during this sequence. And Andy does not look like he is in any mood to let Myles breathe at all here. Andy is just playing squeaky clean and just blasting down Tetrises like nobody's business. Another Tetris, Andy, 313, has more than doubled Myles' score due to the insane digging Myles has had to do. Myles 167, Andy 336. Separated by only 5 lines, so this is a true 170,000 plus point lead. Andy does have a long bar dependency forming on the left side, but the bar comes. Oh, misflip there from Andy. This is probably going to cost a couple burns. Not going to be super dangerous, though. But that potential fits right there could set something dirty up. Gets another long bar. This is not where Andy wants to be right now. Myles has managed to make up about 50,000 points of that deficit during this sequence. That's one thing you notice whenever you're playing at the Division 1 level is one mistake could mean like tens and tens and tens of thousands of points. Sometimes even 100,000 points when players play at this level of efficiency. Andy's still trying to get this down to 352,000. Myles 262. So Myles has brought the deficit to under 100,000 points. Was down 170 at one point. Now it's only down about 90. A little bit of an O burst from Andy in the middle. Andy now has another dependency forming. Andy is just in a rough dig right here. That one misflip has been brutal. Andy takes the triple to bring it down. 368 now. Myles 334. This is one of the biggest comebacks I've seen in a long time on level 18 speed. Especially at this level. Andy is finally cleaned up and finally back to scoring. 414 now for Andy. 356 for Myles. Both players coming up in the level 19 transition. 123 lines Andy, 126 Myles. Myles going to go into transition with a 406. Andy 460. Andy still has 2 more burns to go before transition hits. Nice spin there from Myles. Andy clean. Myles not fully clean. Had to take a triple followed by another triple. That's 6 lines there that could come back to bite Myles a little bit later. Andy still ahead 70,000. But Myles gets another test. We got a big valley appearing right now for Andy. Lombard dependency as well. That could turn into a dirty Tetris if the right pieces come for Andy. Oh, Andy missed the adjustment. Andy could have put that T down in 9 and 10 and got the dirty. Didn't end up costing Andy that much, though. Andy ultimately does end up getting the dirty of the Tetris. Tetris Myles 530, Andy 551. Myles has almost come all the way back here. Double J dependency now for Andy. Gets 1 J. Gets a long bar, but now it's an L on that side. Another long bar recreates the J, and there's another Tetris there for Andy, 612. Big long bar on the left side. Myles need to be able to get something over that side. Ends up getting a Tetris to bring it back down. Myles not trying to do a whole lot of safeties on that left side. He's looking for that left well Tetris. Bar comes a little bit late, so only going to be a triple. But Andy has not been able to take advantage. Andy finally gets another Tetris, goes to 673. Myles is only 13,000 points behind, but Andy is 10 lines behind Myles. So still has a very big pace advantage. Tetris both players. 693 Myles, 711 Andy. Lucky numbers there for Andy. Goes to 742. Andy created a little weight on that right side. Gonna have to take a burn to bring it down. Does just that and gets another Tetris. Still pretty close between the players now. Andy gets another Tetris, 808. Myles answers that back, 825. Myles actually has the lead right now. Down 170,000 points, and Myles has the lead. Andy is still heavily behind in lines, though, so Andy may still have a little bit of a better pace. Myles still trying to get this down before 29. Myles gets another Tetris, 902. 915 Andy. Myles waiting, gets another bar. Myles goes in, 940. 940 into 29 now for Myles. Myles gets another double with that bar down the side. Needs a J. Gets that J. Level 30 now from Myles. Myles is mostly clean down the bottom. Andy has not transitioned yet. Finally does. There's a Kiltris on the right side. Level 29 Tetris. Andy goes to 997. Myles is in trouble right now. Myles can't get anything else over. Myles is done at 963. Andy gets the max out AO6 and is now up 1-0 in the set. Hell yeah. All right, both players are now incremented up to C5, and we got readies from both here. 1-0 lead from Andy. Is Andy going to go up 2-0 here, put a hammerlock on this set, continue the undefeated streak in this division, or is Myles going to have something to say about that and level this one out? Let's see, because game number 2 is coming straight to you, and it's coming in 3, 2, 1, Tetris! So anybody coming in from the previous game, both players went to 29 last game. It was a crazy game overall. Both players had some misdrops in level 18. Andy had a 170,000 point lead at one point that Myles was able to fight all the way back and take the lead into level 19, but wasn't able to finish it off in level 29. Andy was able to get that score, and Andy is now up 1-0. Hey, party of 35, monthly Tetris. Welcome to the party. Thanks so much for the raid. Hell yeah! Hey, great to see you, Ronkley. Always a pleasure. A little bit of a mess for Andy up on the top. Nothing dangerous, but will cost a few burns. About a quarter of the way through pre-transition play, we have 183 for Myles, 164 for Andy. Andy scores again going to 187. So both players pretty close in lines and pretty close in pace of the first quarter. Tetris for Myles, Tetris for Andy. So both players just trading Tetrises here. Much more palatable seed than the last one, I can say that much. So anybody that's interested, we have the Matcherino for Season 18 of CTL. It's currently up and it's currently building. We have $636 in it so far, and it's still early in the season. There is a lot of time to keep this thing building up. We're hoping to get this well into the 4 digits here, get a lot of money built up for all of our players, and all of it is going to go to our winners in Division 1 right here in Season 18. We also still have some sponsor quests available, so any players that want to be able to contribute to it, your contributions are greatly, greatly appreciated. Also, if anybody wants to contribute any subs or bits to the channel, those are also appreciated as well. Little over halfway through pre-transition play now. 374 Andy, 335 Myles. Still relatively close overall because Andy is ahead in lines. So I would say relatively neck and neck so far. About 50 lines left to go till we hit 19. Andy is still trying to keep that undefeated record in Division 1B alive right now. is currently 2-0 with a 6-0 game record. It was already taken game 1 of the set. So it's 7-0 overall in Division 1. Andy, as I say that, has a little bit of a messy board here. A little bit reminiscent of the previous game where Andy was doing quite a bit of digging. Andy should be able to get out of it without too much trouble, though. Meanwhile, Myles' board is much, much cleaner. Myles is going to slam another Tetris down to take the real score lead off of Andy. 452 now to 449. Andy almost out of the dig, but still taking burns. We're even in the line count right now, so we have a true 1 Tetris lead for Myles, getting ready to go into the 100 line turn. Two long bars coming in quick succession. One of them is a Tetris for Andy, but one of them is only a triple. Still trailing Myles by about 15,000 points. Only one line separating them. Myles is clean. Andy can go for a dirty on the right side. Does go for that row 3 dirty and ends up getting it. 509 now for Andy. Andy retaking the lead. But Myles is fully clean, though. Andy going for another dirty right well. Gets it again. Myles takes that Tetris right back. Goes to 527. Myles waiting for something to burn in the right to be able to get the Tetris relevant. Does burn that L in the right. Gets another burn also with that J. And another Tetris there from Myles. 551. 557 for Andy. Andy's got another still mess in the stack. Oh, that was a bad timed S piece there for Andy. Hey, you said it right, Spork. Dirty Tetris with cleanup. Andy's transition already, currently 564. Also transition from Myles, 602. There's a center well Tetris there for Andy, 588. Not the cleanest of scenarios for Andy right there. Got to be real precise. Gets another Tetris. Can put the long bar down in 3. Does that. Tetris ready again now is Andy. Mess the net forming here from Myles, however. Myles has a couple options here. Myles could potentially try and get a center well going, or maybe just try and burn it down. Curious to see what option Myles goes with. At this point, I think it's turning into a little bit of a dig, so Myles might want to just burn it down. Actually, it looks like Myles may go for that center well after all. But not a good O piece there. Still in a little bit of a dig mode. Andy's going to get another Tetris to open up a big lead. 100,000 points right now for Myles, but is 8 lines ahead. Myles doing a little bit of 19-3 height. Hey, Stanslow, how you doing? Oh, Myles is committing to this dirty here. Did not take the double, but pays off! Pays off like a bond right there. Boom, right down the pipe. Myles is good. Myles is ready for another dirty. Gets another dirty. Goes to 704. Myles is kicking right now because he can see from Myles and Myles. There's another Tetris getting back in this 736. Andy is still ahead by a big margin, though, 860. But Andy's doing a little bit of digging, and Myles is clean. So this is Myles' chance to get back in this. Hey, thanks so much, Stanslow. Thanks so much. Nice tuck sequence followed by a center well Tetris on the side by Andy. Andy 896. 769. Hey now for Myles. Both players fully cleaned up. So Myles was not really able to take a huge amount of advantage on that one with Andy. Myles does get another Tetris, though, going to 837. Andy, 901. Andy gets another Tetris, though. Both players separated by only 1 line now, so it's about a true, slightly over 2 Tetris lead for Andy. Simul Tetris, both players again. 29 coming up in about 15 lines. Tetris Andy, A03's got the backs out. Only going to get a triple there, however, is Andy with that bar. 7 lines to go till we hit 29. Myles is ready. Myles gets another Tetris. 978. Has brought it back really close here. Tetris ready. There we go. There's the Tetris in a 29 from Myles. A15. Andy's still ahead. A59. Both players on 29. Wow, nice tuck from Myles right there. Going really aggressive. Is not getting the bar, though. Gets the bar, gets the Tetris. A72. We are neck and neck right now, but Myles is digging. Myles is really digging, fighting for their life right now. Gets another bar down, gets it down there. Come on, needs a JR long bar there. Ends up getting it. Come on, Myles got to be able. Oh no, Myles another hang right there. Come on, Myles trying to still get it down. No, Myles can't get anything else over. Myles is done. A83, and with that, A98. Andy is now up 2-0. Hell yeah. All right, we got the seed incremented now. We got readies from both players. 2-0 lead from Andy. Is Andy going to finish the sweep, or is Myles going to start the path to a reverse sweep? Let's find out now, because game number 3 is breaking free. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris! Andy 5 for 5 already, has not gotten any burns. Andy's starting off very strong here. Will end up taking the first burns here, though. Myles also on a good pace to start off. 95,021 lines. About a Tetris overall behind Andy, though. About a quarter of the way through free transition play. 164 Andy, 142 Myles. Couple good tucks setting up for Myles to be able to keep the board manageable. Wasn't the best of the pieces to be able to do right there for Myles on the right side. So pretty much forced to have to burn this. Does the burns and does reopen it. And does end up getting another Tetris, but a simul Tetris, Andy gets another one. 211 Andy, 171 Myles. Almost equal line count, so Andy does have a true 2 Tetris lead. Both players stacking pretty strongly here. Another Tetris, Myles goes to 216. Andy's still up about 40,000. Hey, Andy, 462-022. How you doing? Good to see you. Both players still trading blows here by the halfway point of pre-transition play. 327 Andy, 66 lines, 68 lines, 293 Myles. So Andy's still maintaining that 2 Tetris lead overall. Mostly clean stacking. Nobody's gotten any kind of serious digs yet. Tetris again for Andy. It goes to 373. Myles scores another Tetris, 339. Still mostly clean stacking. Tetris again for Myles, 362. Andy gets that one right back. As soon as one player gets a Tetris, the other one gets it right back almost immediately. Both players using maximum efficiency with this seed. Myles getting a little bit high on the left side, though. Pretty much forced to burn that in. Oh, that's a really smart move there. Instead of trying to take that triple, using the lumbar to take it down, because then it turns into a Tetris a few pieces after that. A lot of players at lower levels won't see that and just immediately take the triple. Great adjustment there from Myles. Andy, 468, still ahead by about 50,000. Coming up on the 100-line turn now. So Myles is on pace for an upper 500,000 transition. Andy on pace for a mid 600,000 transition. Andy just playing with huge efficiency this game. Still got about 30 lines left to go till we hit transition. Simul Tetris both players. 50,000 point lead still with Andy. Tetris Myles 487. Andy's set up to answer back though. Simul Tetris both players though. So Andy is not conceding any ground here. Andy's a little bit of an interesting spire in the center of the board. Good placement there and a good tuck, followed by another tuck with that teeth. Expert 200 IQ solve there from Andy. Followed by a Tetris 609. But that sequence did allow Myles to get one of those Tetrises in the deficit back. Andy Tetris ready, but so is Myles. Oh, Myles is getting a little bit high up there, but gets a Tetris. Oh, nice O-tuck, followed by a Tetris. Nice stat management from Myles, but Andy getting up high right before 19 speed hits. Not the time you want to get into one of these digs. Wow, Andy's going super aggressive right there. That would have been a mega dirty Tetris if Andy would have got it, but the bar didn't come in time. Andy's playing a little bit of 19-4 here. Can Andy get this down? Andy's got to be real careful. Nice flat burn. Another burn. Wow, Andy is out of it, ladies and gentlemen. Sick dig, sick survival right there. Another Tetris, Andy slams it home. Hell yeah. During that sequence, Myles did manage to take the lead, but Andy managed to bring it back to neck and neck with a couple quick Tetrises. Myles gets one of those Tetrises back. 743 Myles, 711 Andy, level 22. Myles gets another Tetris. Andy 738 now. Myles 771. Nice adjustment there from Andy, stopping the misflip at the last second. Andy now clean and Tetris ready. Simul Tetris both players there. Myles still ahead one Tetris. Gets another one, now ahead two Tetrises. Another score from Myles, 889. Myles continuing to pour it on right here. 856 now, Andy. Andy 886. Myles 919. Tetris for Andy, 919. Andy's still behind by about one Tetris. Myles gets that Tetris right back. Now it's Myles' turn not to cede any crown for Andy. Tetris Andy, 983. Myles is already over a million here, A18. A17 now for Andy. Myles A52. Every time Andy gets a Tetris, Myles is answering it right back. Simul Tetris, both players again. Andy scores, however, goes to A85. We are back to neck and neck, separated by only one line. This is as close as you can get. Getting ready to go into 29. Come on, let's get it on here. Hell yeah. Andy set up and clean. Myles has the well sealed. Couple Burns was able to reopen it. Another Tetris there. Got a C29 going into 29 here. 1.2 in the kill screen. And we got a B95 for Andy. Myles is still ahead by about 1 Tetris. Andy's setting up here. Andy is setting up. Boom! There it is for Andy. Level 29 Tetris. And there's a raid from Sharky coming in at the right time right now. Party of 37. Thanks so much for the raid. Got a bad middle right now for Myles. C58 Myles, C56 Andy. Myles can burn this down though. Come on, Myles, gotta get this down now. Nice placement right there. Come on, lay that flat. Another one flat. Myles is set up right now. Oh, whoa! This is gonna be close now. It's gonna be really close. Can Myles get out of this? Come on, Myles, gotta get out of this here. Not getting the best of P, but burning it down really well. Wow, Myles got out of it. Hell yeah! Wow, was that insane right there from Myles. But Andy has taken the lead, though. Andy is now up about 50,000 points. And we got misdrops from Myles. Can Myles get anything over to that side? Oh, Myles hangs it again on the side. That's going to be it for Myles. Andy with an EO6 will sweep this one. Is now 9-0 in Division 1B. Hell yeah! I gotta say, Myles, you fought hard right there. You fought very, very hard. Andy just played amazing as well. It's honestly a shame that was a game where there had to be a winner and a loser. You both gave it everything you had. But it was a pleasure to commentate you both today. Hope you guys both have a great rest of the season. So next up, we have our last matchup of this Super Show, and it is going to be Gerald Freeman against SV Nestris. We will be back in 5. Hell yeah!